Hello, my darlings. Welcome in. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few days actually since I've been here. I've been doing some things with my guides that have kept me pretty busy. We are musically today at Disney's Riviera Resort, if you hear anything in the background. The Riviera Resort sort of, it always reminds me of the Amalfi Coast, you know, kind of the Mediterranean. I think it's designed after the European flair, but it's a lovely resort. It's a DVC resort though, so it's mostly all they have over there. As I am recording this, it is a cold and blustery Sunday afternoon, and I know a lot of you in the North and Midwest are getting snow today, so stay safe, stay warm, and maybe take the day to chill. I forgot I was going to light this candle. Let me do that really quick. I don't always light candles when I do this here at this desk because the ceiling fan is right above me, and it can make for a very not great candle experience. I love this thing so much. I've never seen these. They're like the coolest thing. They're electrical. Woo! And they recharge. It's just, oh, I love this thing. If you are new to the channel, I am Samantha, the crazy person reading for you today. There we go. Set that in amongst all my hearts. Ooh, that's warm. Let's take a deep breath together. All right, I have absolutely no idea what I'm reading on today, although I think it's probably the soulmate cycle, because when I was shuffling this little deck, I was doing the bridge part, and the Two of Cups like flew out of the deck. So it's probably soulmate stuff. But then again, this channel is a lot soulmate. But that being said, I tend to gear a lot of my readings and a lot of my energy and stuff to helping you figure out your path to your happily ever after, whatever that may be, soulmate or otherwise, whatever your work is, that kind of thing. Where you're stuck, getting through that. That's kind of what my gifts are, and that's where I kind of channel from. And that can be bigger than if you don't think you have a soulmate. There's still probably something good for here, especially if you found this little baby channel, because we are just a baby channel right now. And so if you found it, you're meant to be here. I appreciate you. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe so that we can grow the channel. Today I'm using my new two favorite decks, the Tarot of the Hidden Realm and the Wild Unknown. These two decks together, they have a vibe. They almost feel like soulmates. Like, I don't want to separate them or use them with any other decks. I just want to use them together. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Does this need a shuffle? One more. All right. We're going to give it one more shuffle. Seven of Swords was at the bottom, or at the cut. I don't usually look. I try not to look at the cards as I'm shuffling and cutting the deck and stuff. So far today, I've already had the Seven of Swords show up and the Two of Cups. That's sneaky energy and soulmate energy. At the bottom of the deck, though, we have the Sun. This is where I read from the bottom of the deck just to get an idea of where Spirit wants to go with the reading. And then we'll do one more shuffle and a cut. But we've got the Sun, followed by all the love with the Queen of Cups. We've got the Eight of Swords. You're worried about this. Oh, and the Seven of Swords came back. Along with the Seven of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually only go 5 deep, but that Seven of Cups, you've got choices to make. Looking at these cards right here, what I'm seeing is lying ahead of you is everything you've ever dreamed of. It's the vision. We're in, 2020 to 2024 is this huge planetary shift. We're balancing out the light and the dark so that the light can be reigning again on this planet. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of battling between the light and the dark, but the Sun lies ahead for you wherever you are today. I'm seeing this card, like today, like I said, it's cold and blustery out there. This is what's ahead. This warm, beautiful Sun with all the love in the world. The Queen of Cups, she's got one of the two cups of the Two of Cups, and she's in this card particularly, she's holding it out for you. She's holding it out for you. This is all the love that you ever could want. It's right there. The problem that I have is with this Eight of Swords. There seems to be, I always call this the mindfuckery card. You know, there seems to be, you're telling yourself stories that aren't true. You're building on fears that aren't real, but that you can manifest into reality if you're not careful. It's time for you to start a new journey, though, with the Fool. It's time for you to start in a new place. And I would say it's away from whatever this, if, you know, especially if we're talking relationships, if you've been cheated on in the past, it's time to move away from that. And don't worry about what's lying ahead of you. In a very specific, what I just heard just then was, it doesn't matter what your past relationships were. What you're walking into with this sacred soulmate partner is going to be everything. It's going to be all the love and all the sun that you could imagine. You don't need to be worried about it. So that's what I've got off the bottom of the deck. Let's put these back in here and we will give the deck a good shuffle and cut the deck and start the actual reading. I do have comments back on the channel again now, but they are under moderation. So do be kind. But if you want to, if you feel like commenting, you know, it's there now that you're able to do that. We're moving forward into the next kind of phase for the channel, getting things a little bit more balanced out. I've put all the protective energies down and all that I felt called to do. Once Mercury retrograde is over on February 4th, so starting, say, on the 5th of February, I'm going to start adding my Disney content to it. Just a little life vlog, having some fun, finding the beauty and the magic that still exists in a greedy world. Seriously, that's what I'm thinking of calling it. Because isn't that like just, my guides were showing me in meditation the other night, my relationship with the Disney theme parks is much like our relationship with the planet. We have this love and this light, and we see this magic and this beauty, and the planet is ruled right now by greed and corruption, and that's, Disney is just a tiny microcosm of that. So I'm gonna try to put out there the energy of finding the magic and the beauty in the world of greed, if you will. We'll see how it goes. February 5th is actually also my 10-year anniversary of when this journey of my life really got started. So it was very appropriate. I thought that Mercury retrograde was going to end the day before. And this is really, I'm excited. For me personally, I'm stepping into a very new chapter, one that I feel is going to be so rewarding. At the bottom of the deck this time, we have the Knight of Cups. Knights usually bring messages. Cups are usually emotional. I'm going to wait to clarify this. Oh, interesting. We've got underneath that, we've got life renewed. I know I don't usually read from the bottom of the deck after this, but we've got life renewed, which is in this deck. This is the world. And then you have the star. Your dreams are coming true. Your dreams are coming true, babe. All right. Let's see what we got on the top of the deck. Ace of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Oh, that's a beautiful card. I'm going to run into my octopus. Knight of Wands. Like, he's new. There's my little octopus friend. And lastly, we have the Empress. The Empress. Your beautiful Empress energy. All right. Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning, usually one that's been worked for you've put the work in on this one. This beginning has roots, if you will. The Four of Swords is a card usually of healing and rest. The swords are butterflies in this. I just sort of love the imagery on this. It's really just a sense of, I feel like this is a sense of be in nature, be in your true essence. Where do you go that makes you happy, that heals you, that restores you? The Knight of Wands, again, knights are, a lot of times they bring messages. The Knight of Wands is kind of an in-out energy. It's like he comes in and he gets out quick. It's a fast energy. It can be a passionate energy. A lot of people read this as a player, like especially if you're doing love readings. I don't usually get that particular vibe. We'll see, where we clarify. And then, of course, the Empress, the beautiful Empress. With this guy surrounded by these two beautiful women, maybe he's torn between the two. Maybe there's a third party situation going on here. I don't know. We'll clarify in just a sec. But I feel like these two women outnumber him, outpower him, outmagic him. But wands are passionate energy too. So, I mean, there's something to be said for that. Fiery, passionate, brave, bold action. And like I said, there's definitely something to be said for that. One of the reasons, oh gosh, we got the devil on the bottom of this deck. Which, if that clarifies that, we'll see how this goes. Four of Cups, the World, this is going to be a little weird. I'm reading this backwards. The Page of Cups and the Seven of Wands. Okay. The Knight of Wands. Oh, well, all right. That tells a story. And Judgment. Okay, that definitely clarifies our Knight of Wands. Oops. Get the Hanged Man. The Nine of Cups. All right. This reading is definitely for somebody who's been through it. Of course, haven't we all? But with the energy that we saw earlier, one interpretation of this reading, if I were reading for you personally, it would be that, you've been through the ringer in your relationships, and you haven't always been treated fair or with respect or kindly. Maybe you did have a bit of a player who was cheating on you. But what this card here tells me is that that's done. And what this card tells me is that's because God put an end to it. God put the 10 swords in it. It is done. You can walk away from that with your head up into a brighter future. Calling back to that Sun card from earlier. The world is the end of a cycle. This is a new beginning. We're going to try to go in order. This is a new beginning. With the Four of Cups on it, you need to be very careful. But I feel with this energy, what this is in the world, it's your new cycle is you're trading in the 3 cups that are they're fine for the 1 cup that is, the one God's trying to give to you. That's the opportunity that is opened up here for you. With the Page of Cups, this is a romantic offer coming in after your healing. I feel like with the Seven of Wands here, this is a card telling you that after your healing is done, after you get right with yourself, after you know your truth, stand your ground on it. Don't let this person back in, and don't let friends or family tell you that you should let them back in. You're moving on to something a lot brighter. This, maybe it could be because of the way the cards are laid out. You need to take some time by yourself to find your strength to come back in and end this, to walk away from this situation, and let God help you, because God's here ready to end that and bring you into something else. The Hanged Man tells me that, after this, there's a little bit of, you're kind of waiting for your next big epiphany. You're waiting for God to come in and show you where to go next. But it's not stagnant energy, because with the Empress here, your healing is going to transcend you into the Empress. This progression, you want a new beginning. God's telling you to go away, get quiet. I don't have the Hermit here, but this has got a Hermit energy on it. Go to the beach, sit on the shore, take deep breaths, and get your strength and your courage up to be able to make your decision to end this, stand your ground, let God have your back, and then continue to do your work after that. Get this energy out. And then you evolve into the Empress, and you're happily ever after. And that doesn't even have to be about a soulmate coming back in. If you just want a better life for yourself, if you just want a better career, if you want to move into something that's creative or spiritual or more natural based. You want to, your female friendships around you. You want to build a sisterhood. You want to come into this much more solid, substantial life that's healthier, that's happier. There's been a lot of sadness here. But if you can get still with yourself and get quiet and really shore up your defenses, really shore them up so that you can move in the, I feel like there's a lot pushing you to stay where you're at. Honey, you don't need to stay where you're at. God has better for you. Move forward. Stop ignoring the cup that God's trying to give you. It could be that you haven't wanted, anytime we leave particular relationships, it's very, very difficult. And maybe you don't want to have to go through that. Maybe you don't want to have to upset the apple cart and, rile up all the energy. And I get that. I do. But when you look at this and you see what's down the road for you, you are diminishing your light by staying where you're at. And this doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be a family situation. It could be, a housing situation where you're living, roommates. This just came in really, really clear. Are you in a roommate situation where the roommates are doing things that are diminishing your light? Are you trying to be a spiritual being and they're doing drugs? Are they partaking in illicit activities, illegal activities? Anything like that. But everybody's just telling you, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. This is a good setup. We got our friends all together. Just stay. That's what's going on here. You're looking for a new beginning that's better than what you have right now. And God's telling you he will end this for you. But you have to take the time to get really, really clear, to say what you want, to stand your ground once the waves start pushing back against you. And then once this energy clears out, there will be a time where it doesn't really seem like maybe anything's happening. It might not seem like, I guess what I'm trying to say is don't expect your whole world to change the second this ends. You still have some work to do. You've got to continue ascending and evolving into the Empress, into the balanced energy of the four queens: love, nurturing, passion, truth. You've got to bring a balanced energy of those things into your life. But when you do that, the Nine of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment. You have everything. And then you can choose a next chapter, whether that includes love or not, romantic love. It's up to you. I feel like this reading is not particularly for sacred soulmates, but it's up to you. You want a new beginning. It's going to be difficult, but it's possible and it's amazing. It's worth it. The difficulties will be worth it. I hope that helped for whoever this is out there for. I really do. I hope that this helped you. I'm not getting any more channeled information. I feel like I've said everything that I was supposed to say. I'm going to draw one more card. The Five of Cups. This is the card of, this is like a warning card. When you get out, do not fall into this energy. Oh, look at that. The world is back again. Oh, I should cover her. I don't want to get dinged. She's a naked world. Here, we'll just do that. The world comes back again. You just have to be careful not to look at what you lost. Don't get sucked into dwelling on what you lost, especially when you hit this Hanged Man. When you hit the Hanged Man where you're kind of waiting and you're kind of in limbo and things don't seem like they worked out better for you, they're going to. Don't focus on all of this that you lost. Stay focused on what's ahead of you. Stay focused on what you want, because your new chapter, your world is opening up. It is changing for you. It absolutely is. Just be mindful. Do this. This isn't going to be easy for you, my love, but it's going to be worth it. I pray you peace and I pray you safety. I pray you wisdom and discernment. And I'm sending you my love, and I will see you all on the next video.